Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Tophill A031G. This watch was provided by Temu for review purposes, and I do get to keep it, but in no way am I obligated to give this watch a positive review. Let's start with the wrist check. On wearing this North Edge anchor. This was another watch provided by Temu. And Greg was wearing my Chensky 8856. Greg said he is watching a movie about how a female Tuscan raider escaped Annika's massacre and became the governess of Admiral Akbar's 6 children. They started a singing group called the It's a Trap Singers. It's called The Sound of Music. All right, let's take a look at the watch. Comes in this box. And here it is. Oops, I'm gonna get it off of this thing. All right, isn't that a nice looking watch? I really thought it looked nice. That's why I picked it out. Temu did not send this to me at random. They told me to pick out some watches, and this is one of them. This is the first Tophill on my channel. Temu reached out to me and wanted to know if I would collaborate with them. I told them sure, as long as they understood that I am a watch reviewer and not an influencer, and I would have to be 100% transparent with my viewers. And in no way would I be obligated to give any watch a positive review if I didn't think it was warranted. They agreed and told me to pick out $120 worth of watches. This Tophill was about $40 of that arrangement. The price has gone way up since then. I had never heard of Tophill before, and I picked them kind of at random when I was looking for a watch in the $40 range. One would think with the map of the globe as well as the time zones on the rehaut that this was some kind of world time watch. Unfortunately, that is not the case, as this is just a basic three-handed watch and the rehaut is strictly decorative and not actually functional. This watch comes in 2 different colorways. If you don't like the chrome-plated version that I chose, there's also a black PVD-coated version. The leather raleigh strap is the only choice. The watch is 41 millimeters wide, 47.8 millimeters lug to lug, and only 11.8 millimeters thick. It's always nice when you see an automatic less than 12. 20 millimeter lug width, which tapers down to 18 at the buckle, and only weighs 67 grams on the supplied leather strap. So this watch is fairly light. Then we have the bezel. The bezel is the same chrome-plated material as the case. And then we have the rehaut. The rehaut has time zones, but it doesn't rotate. And for some reason, the time zone's fixed. The 12 o'clock is Beijing, which is, I guess, fine if you live in Beijing, but most of us don't. And also, it would have been nice if London was the home time zone, because that's 0 GMT, where Beijing is +8 GMT. And since this rehaut doesn't rotate, it's kind of useless, because at least if it was set to London, you could set your watch to GMT time, and then you would know what time it was for the rest of the world just by taking their time zone and making it to 12. But that's going to be even more difficult to do with Beijing as the home time. Then we have the dial. The dial has a world map on it, and then it has these trapezoid indices, and of course an open heart. And then we have skeleton hands. And there is a map of the world on the dial, implying world time. But even though Beijing is set at the 12 o'clock, Beijing is over here on the map. So it would have been nice if they would have lined it up at least with the map. And it says Tophill up top. And then we have skeleton hands. And then we have this red second hand with the little loom tip. Then there is no date on this watch, and there's no date on the movement either. So there's no ghost date. Then we have an unsigned push-pull crown. And it does hand wind, and it does hack. And then we have the crystal. The crystal is mineral glass. This is not sapphire. And then we have the case. The The case is a chrome-plated alloy. This is not steel. And it's shaped nice, though. And once again, it's fairly thin for an automatic. Then we have the case back. The case back is the display case back, but it's a press-on. And yeah, you can see the notch right there to pry it off. Then it says 3 ATM water resistant. Yes, you only get 30 meters, but you don't want to put this nice leather strap in the water anyway. Then it says automatic. Then it says stainless steel back, which is a good tell that the rest of the watch is not. Then here's the model number, A031G. And as you can look at the movement, there's no writing on it. And I looked and looked, and I could not find out what the movement was. So I'm just going to assume it's Chinese, because if this was Japanese, it would say so in the rotor. So this is, it acts a lot like a Miyota movement, but it's not a Miyota. And there are several Chinese clones of the Miyota 8215 and its variants. And so that's what I'm going to assume this is. So I don't know the jewel count, but I'm going to assume it's the 21 jewel. It does have a unidirectional rotor. As you can see, it spins freely in one direction. And it does hand wind, and it does hack. So let's go ahead and put it on the time grapher and see how it's doing. Here it is on the time grapher. As you can see, this watch is running really slow. We got negative 36, negative 38. We even got a negative 40 in there. So yeah, that's slow. I don't know, once again, I don't know what the movement is. I don't know what its specs are, but minus 40 is pretty bad. There's hardly any beat error though. And I didn't know what the lift angle was. So since I assumed that this was a clone of a Miyota movement, I put it at the 49 degrees of a Miyota. The strap is a leather rally strap, and it says in the ad that it's calf skin. And I believe them, because this leather is great. It's really soft and supple. It's not going to need any break-in period. Very comfortable. Unfortunately, though, there's no quick release. Would have been nice to have quick release if you want to change the strap. But then again, this strap is so nice, why would you want to change it? Have a sign buckle. And then we have two keepers, one fixed, one floating. And these are real holes in the rally strap. Some rally straps on cheaper watches are just decorative, but no, these are real breathable holes there. The one thing though, I would definitely put this on a deployant clasp, because this strap is so nice, you want to preserve it. And not only does a deployant clasp make putting the watch on easier, it saves the strap too, because you're not always putting it in and out of the buckle, which is really hard on a strap. And this black and red one was the only option. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. That looks nice. That wears nice and flat on the wrist. I have 3 notches left on the strap, so you can wear this 8 1/4. And there probably is enough room to poke one more notch in the strap, so you could probably go 8 1/2 if you poke another notch. But no, that's a really nice looking watch. And it's super comfortable. You can barely tell it's on. Here we are in the loom room. This is one of those watches that when you wear it at first glance, you think, wow, that's great loom. Then at a second glance, you see the real issue. As we speed up the time, we see that the trapezoid indices are glowing quite nicely. However, the hands are not doing very well at all and are fading very fast. Since it is the hands that matter, this loom cannot be rated good, not even so-so. This is bad loom because of those hands. What do I like about this watch? Well, I like this super comfortable calfskin rally strap. Really nice. It's nice and thin for an automatic. Under 12 millimeters is always great. And I really like the looks of it, which is why I chose it. Once again, Temu didn't send this to me at random. I actually chose it. What are my gripes and groans? This time zone Rehat doesn't rotate and is homed at Beijing instead of London, making it pretty much useless. The hand loom seriously underperforms the indices. No quick release on the strap. And the movement's running way slow. Do I recommend this watch? That depends. If you're happy with a nice looking automatic three-hander with an awesome leather strap, then this watch does do you quite nicely. But if you want a real world timer, you might want to look elsewhere. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Tophill A031G, and I will be back with another review. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this watch, I'm going to leave a link to Temu, because once again, Temu sent this to me because they are trying to promote Temu. So I'm not going to leave you an AliExpress link. I'm going to leave you a Temu link. And I do not have an affiliate with Temu yet. I've been kind of too lazy to set that up. So I will not get a commission if you buy it through Temu. But you might want to tell them that you saw this on Fun with Watches, and maybe they'll send me some more watches. Of course, they might not, because they sent me some kind of email saying I needed to submit this review for their approval, and I'm not going to do that. Bye.